assistant professor in LJ Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In today's session, we discuss about different types of compression technique in image compression chapter for IC branch and as well as for the EC branch, and also computer and IT students can also use this PPT for the understanding the compression technique. Now, the first question arising in our mind that why we need a compression technique. The first of all, the question arising in our mind. So the answer is very clear. Whenever you want to work in real-time application, whenever you want to transmit some data from source side to the destination side, then compression is required. Compression is playing a main role to reduce the size of data, and because of that, we can fastly transmit the data from source side to the destination side. So it play a main role when we work on our real-time data compression technique, and also we can when we work in the communication side concept or any project. Now we move ahead and we discuss about the different types of compression technique. So as you can see, the compression have mainly two types: lossy and lossless compression. So basically, as you can see, we have a main two techniques. It's a lossless and lossy techniques. So when we work in the image processing based concept, ultimately we have to work in these two type of the techniques, and there are a number of techniques inside the lossy and lossless. Now, lossy compression. Basically, in our chapter, we have to focus on the JPG based compression, which is joint pixel action group based compression. Whenever we work in image processing based concept, and whenever we want to transmit some data which have a higher data size, and for that we use a JPG compression for the joint pixel action group. This particular compression technique is play a main role when we want to work on large file concept, and when we want to work on the large data at a time for the compression based application. So it's play a main role when we work in the lossy compression. Similarly, for the lossless, we have two techniques: Huffman coding and arithmetic coding. In previous session, we already discussed about the Huffman code and what exactly the advantage of Huffman code, what exactly the steps we have to follow when we want to work in Huffman coding and data compression using Huffman side. Also, we designed a basic tree-based concept that with help of the tree we derive a specific Huffman equations, and with help of the Huffman code we try to reduce, or we can say that reduce the size of data, and that particular data is used for the communication application. So Huffman is play a main role when we work in the lossless based compression technique. So now in this session we discuss about the arithmetic coding, that how arithmetic coding is actually work, and with help of the arithmetic coding how we can transmit and receive the data, and also the basic step we have to follow when we want to work in arithmetic coding. See, the concept is very clear. When you want to work in the arithmetic coding based concept, then ultimately it is totally opposite than the Huffman coding. Fine. So when you want to work in the Huffman code, then we have to follow the opposite operations in arithmetic coding. Now, how arithmetic coding is actually works. So as you can see, one coded for the whole message. Kind the extreme case of extended Huffman coding, no codebook is required, there is no any physical library or reader is required, no clear correspondence between the source symbols and the code bits is required. Now steps. So message is represented by the small interval in terms of 0 to 1. Basically, when we talk about the probability based concept, then ultimately we have a range of 0 to 1. 0 have a minimum probability and 1 have a maximum probability. So we have a range from 0 to 1. Is successive symbol reduce the interval size? In terms of the interval size is equal to product of symbol probability. So whenever we work in a successive symbol based concept, whenever we want to work in the interval based concept, then ultimately we have to work specifically in the symbol based applications, and for that we have a range from 0 to 1 only. Now, prefix free message result is disjoint intervals. Final code is equal to any value from the interval, and decoding computes the same sequence of intervals. So as you can see, so let us assume that the source symbol we have for arithmetic coding is A1, A2, A3 and A4 suppose, and the probability of these symbols are around 0.2, 0.2, 0.4 and 0.2. Now the question arises in our mind, why we take a 0.4 over here and the remaining 3 are the 0.2. So the answer is here. Suppose you have an input sequence like this: A1, A2, A3, A3 and A4. So for that, as you can see, the A3 we have 2 times, and A1, A2 and A4 we have once. So ultimately we have a total 5 symbols. So we have a range of 0 to 1. So ultimately you have to provide a 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. We have 5 symbols, so we provide equal 0.2 probability to each and every one. So ultimately the answer is equal to 1. But now you can see that A3 we have a 2 times. So because of that reason we add the two values. So 0.2 and 0.3 so became 0.4. And for A4 is equal to 0.2, A1 is equal to 0.2 and A2 is equal to 0.6. So ultimately A1, A2 and A4 is equal to 0.6 and A3 is equal to 0.4. So ultimately we are getting here answer 1. So 0 to 1 can be divided into this type of the subsequence. Now the interval, as you can see, we have to starting from 0.0. So as you can see, from starting from 0.0 to 0.2 because we have initial value 0.2. After 0.2 we have added value 0.2 because we have second value is 0.2. So we have a starting address, previous value is 0.2 and 0.4. Now we have previous value 0.4. So ultimately we have to add more 0.4. So as you can see, we have 0.8. So now previous value for this interval is 0.8. So now we have to add again 0.2. So it became 1.0. So these are the sequence, as you can see, whenever we work in arithmetic coding based concept or whenever we work in arithmetic coding applications. Now as you can see, the interval is divided or described in terms of the table point of view. So you can see the A1 have a probability 0.2, A2 have a probability 0.2, A3 have a 0.4 and B4 have a 0.2. So now what exactly we have to do? We have starting from 0.0 to 0.2, 0.2 to 0.4, 0.4 to 0.8 and 0.8 to 1.0. So ultimately what exactly we did here, we just start with the 0.2, then we have to add the probability of here, so it's a 0.2. Now same you have to add the previous value 0.2. Now you have to add 0.2, the probability, so it's 0.4. So now what exactly you have to do? You have to put 0.4 over here. Now you have to add 0.4, so it's 0.8. Now you have to put 0.8 over here and then add 0.2, so it becomes 1.0. Make sure that the starting address is 0.0 and the ending address is 1.0, and make sure the curly bracket over this side is square bracket over this side. These are the symbol for the arithmetic coding whenever we work in the image processing based concept or whenever we work on the compression based application. So we take the first symbol as I already explained you in this particular previous slide that what exactly we apply, and then we apply the encoding based concept to interval starting from 0.02 to 0.04. So now as you can, these are the encoder method starting from each and every interval and then we have cascading it and finally we are getting the arithmetic coding like this way concept. See, initially what exactly we did in Huffman coding, we directly described terms from 0 to 1. Here we have already limit from 0 to 1 and we have to identify the internal parts of that, and initially we are getting 0.0624, 0.0675 and 0.0688 for this A1, A2, A3 and A4 terminals. Now similarly, as you can see, we have to starting from the 0 to 1, then we have a range of 0 to 2, then again we apply similarly terms from 0.04 to 0.08, then again you have to take a A3 term because A3 we have a third terminal, so as you can see, so 0.056 to 0.072. Again we have to take A3 because it is 2 times, so A3 again, as you can see, it's a 0.0688 and 0.0624. So this process is going on number of times bits that you have. So this process is going on equal to number of bits you have, number of symbols you have. Fine, so arithmetic coding is play a main role when we work in real-time application and when we work in any specific applications and your data is play a main role means when you work in the lossless based compression technique. These are the terms that it requires when we work in arithmetic coding based concept. I hope you getting the idea about the arithmetic coding and how actually arithmetic coding is work. Now we go with the next encoding based concept and it's called as an LZW based concept. Now as you can see the LZW. Now LZW, how it works, it is basically assigned a fixed length code word based concept. There is no one-to-one corresponding is required between source symbols and the code word. It can be worked in any type of the data, like you can work in the images, you can work in the PDF file, you can work in the text file or any other type of the data you can also work. Fine, so LZW means no prior knowledge is required. You have to start with the table based concept as you can see. You need or construct the dictionary. As you can see in the Huffman coding and also in the arithmetic coding, we are not using any type of the dictionary at all. But if you want to work in the LZW based coding, then you have to require the dictionary based concept. Then initially you have to take 256 entries of the dictionary and the starting address from 0 to 255 because we have to work in the 8-bit database concept, so we have a total range from 0 to 255, so it's 0 to 256, and then you have to assign each and every single because right now we are working the 8-bit concept or 8-bit data file here, so because of that reason we have a range of 0 to 255, so it's 256. You have to assign the address according to that, and you have to make an entry of this table. Then after assigning the dictionary, you have to create a table, and the encoder examines the pixels value, and according to that you have to set a dictionary value, and based on this dictionary value you have to add a new value or new entries. So as you can see, it's a 39, it's a dictionary terms with a value of yes, or 39, 38 is a value of no. So whenever we work with the dictionary based concept, then you have to add the value as per your requirement or as per your application. But make sure that you have a range of 0 to 255 only, and after adding the 255, you have to reduce the value, or we have to make a pair of the value. Like if you have a range of 0 to 255, then after the 256 value, we have to add 0 to 1 pair, then 1 to 2, 2 to 3. Make sure that the dictionary intervals or entry is unique. It cannot be copied, or we cannot say that for the two symbols we have an equal entry. It is not possible in LZW based concept. So as you can see, how we can differentiate the terms. As you can see, for the CR is equal to empty repeated, P is equal to pixels value, CS is equal to CR plus P, that we have to add the value. If CS is found, then CR is equal to CS, as we have to continuously add the value, as you can see over here. As you can see, we have 2 times 39, 39, so we replace here with 256. If you have identified the similarly terms in 126, so again we have to add 258 bits. As you can see, the sequence of the numbers is always identified or encoded terms. Means that if you have a range more than 255 value, then ultimately we reduce a size. And similarly, you add the dictionary value in terms of the 39 into 39, 39 into 126, 126 into 126. So this process is going on until your pixel value, or we can say that your matrix is not empty. So this process is going on and playing a main role for compressed data file, and it is totally involved and based on a dictionary-based applications. Fine. And still I put some notes on the LZW types, and also I make some notes related to LZW examples in this URL or in this link. You can contact me on my email ID for getting the more idea about LZW, arithmetic coding and Huckman coding, that how we can apply this type of the code in image processing based application and also in any type of the database application. Fine. So I hope that you are getting the idea about LZWs. Make sure that you have to create a table first of all. After creating the table, you have to make a pair of this data. After pairing, you have to start after the 255, which is completed. Okay. So I hope that you are getting the idea about this type of the coding technique. Still, you have any doubt, so you can contact me on my email ID, or you can also share some doubts if you have in your side related to the compression based technique in terms of the lossy and lossless. Okay. And next session we discuss about the GPG compression based technique, and also we discuss about the different types of compression algorithms in next session. So I hope that you are getting the idea about this 2 types of the technique, and still you have any doubts, you can contact me on my email address. Thank you very much.